All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome
Back to...
Just for Clicks.
Yeah, we took a little break. But
Ooh,
we're back.
I'm watching River, and he just rolled over.
Is he good?
He was asleep.
Oh, man. We just started the pod. He's been, like, waking up recently and, like, wanting to hang out.
Yeah, like around this time.
Yeah. He's like, what do you think? This is Mama Papa time? Like, no. Like, we're hanging out. This is like Mama Papa and River time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Luna just went to bed. So he's like, ooh.
It's his time to
Yeah.
have some one-on-one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he used to, like, you know, just go to bed around the same time Luna did, and then we could get a few hours of hangout time. But the past, like, week, I would say, he's just been, like, interested in hanging out after hours.
Mm-hmm. He's, like, all awake.
Oh, man. All right, I guess we'll, like, postpone the podcast again.
It's just weird because it's like he looks like he might fall back asleep. Like he's not fully awake.
Yeah, sometimes they fall back asleep.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say, like, 70% of the time, they're up for good.
Yeah, sometimes it's like he'll wake up a little bit and like seem cranky, but then just kind of like settle back down and fall back asleep on his own.
Did we ever finish that movie, The Master?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I rented it.
Oh yeah, we just never finished
And then it expired. God damn it.
Yeah. I wasn't like too into it. I was like bored.
I saw it in the theater. Like, I saw it when it premiered in Los Angeles, and it was like projected on 70 millimeter film. It was really, really an experience. Like, I think it's a super, like, cinematic movie. Like, the way it's lit and, like, the vibes. It just feels like a movie, you know, to me. Like, but and the performances, you know, obviously, are, like, really strong.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how the movie doesn't, like, spell things out for you. You know, it's kind of just like, did he go back to bed?
Yeah, it looks like he did.
Nice.
He's on his stomach though, so I'm just gonna keep a really close eye on him on the monitor.
Gotta say, rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. Some people are asking me if I was gonna make a tribute video to him.
Mm-hmm.
No, I won't be making a tribute video to him, but it was sad, and got a little misty-eyed. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was driving on my way to the Deerbergs, pick up some food, and I was at a stoplight, you know, and I was like, hey, I need to check my Instagram because I'm a fucking neurotic freak millennial who's addicted to their phone and instant gratification.
Mm-hmm.
So while I'm at the stoplight, you know, I check down and look at my phone. Big old picture of fucking Kevin Conroy pops up. I know that can't be good. I don't even have to, like, read the caption. Like, if it's just like someone posts a picture of Kevin Conroy, you're like, oh no. You just know it, like, your heart sinks. Yeah, he was the best Batman ever. So
How old was he?
he was like 66.
Damn, that's kind of young
Yeah.
to die.
Yeah, it looked like he might have been a smoker. Just the way he looked, like, it looks like he's been smoking his whole life. And yeah, in recent years, you know, he's been on the decline. You can tell, like, physically, like, you know, he didn't look great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hopefully he didn't suffer too much. You know, cancer just sucks. So, especially if it's, like, long and drawn out. So hopefully he went out quick, and, you know, he's voice acting with the angels now. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's if anyone's getting into the fucking halls of Valhalla, it's Kevin Conroy.
Nice.
He's feasting with the gods as we speak. So good on him. Hopefully we get there and we can join him one day. Who else? Anyone else die this week? We should start doing this. Should become a regular segment.
Where we talk about people who died.
People who've died this week. Somebody probably died.
Mm-hmm.
The celebrity deaths always come in, like, threes.
That's creepy.
Yeah, it's like part of the simulation. Like kind of a glitch.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's gonna be Patton Oswalt who'd probably go next.
Who's that?
He's like a comedian. Who else? I don't know. Somebody else might die. So be on the lookout. What were we gonna talk about this week?
I don't know.
We had some topics. We were gonna talk about
like death and stuff like last night. Was that last night?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Because we watched this show called Tyler Henry. Like he's like.
Guys, you gotta watch the show on
medium.
Netflix.
What's the show called? It's not. It's called something like.
It's called like defeating death with Tyler Henry or some shit.
Yeah, something like that.
or like
We should look that up.
looking beyond, looking
me-
beyond the looking glass or some shit, like peering into the looking glass with Tyler Henry.
Yeah, we were.
I love guys who have two first names,
Let me look
like
it
Ricky
up.
Bobby.
Tyler
It's just so
Henry.
funny. It's so southern.
Um,
I wonder where Tyler Henry's from.
Life After Death with Tyler Henry.
Life After Beth with fucking
And-
Aubrey Plaza.
We were like talking about death, and like if Tyler Henry is telling the truth and he's not some like massive con man,
Yeah.
and like this is like genuinely what he, he's genuinely a medium.
He is, dude. You can tell.
Like I just feel like that scenario of like the afterlife, like the scenario that he like paints out is basically like we all, when we die, everybody, no matter what, like we like live on like in the spirit world, and we get to like be with our dead loved ones. Like our dead loved ones like cross over as well. Like we all, and then we're just like on the other side of life all together.
What if you don't want to be with them though? What if you actually? What if you don't love them? Do you still have to go?
But
hang out with
it's
them?
like the thing is like it's like everyone has like just like all love or whatever. You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
all
there's-
love, brother.
Yeah, right.
Bring
like
it in.
it's like it's like complete like forgiveness, and you just like understand things that you didn't like understand like while you were alive, right?
Yeah.
Am
that
I
makes-
making any sense?
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
Um,
You're just kind of like absorbed into a single consciousness of love and energy.
and I just feel like that scenario is just like too good to be true. Cause like I'm not saying that he's lying, but I'm just like that just seems too good to be true.
It's
right?
probably what it is.
That just sounds crazily like too legit for me. Cause
It's probably like he keeps it pretty vague, like it could be a number of things.
Yeah, you're right, but yeah, I don't know. Cause I was kind of leaning on the side of like we just all die and that's it, right?
Well, our bodies, perish.
Yeah, but
What about our souls? Do they go somewhere? Who knows?
yeah, like do we even have souls, right? I don't know.
Well, yeah.
According to Tyler Henry, we do.
Yeah, right.
And that's just like
It's kinda hard to say.
Like I don't know.
There's not really much, scientific proof any way indicating the existence of a soul. Not that I'm aware of, at least, but that doesn't mean it's not true. It's just kind of a really like underexplored, or maybe it has been explored plenty, but we're just not able to crack the surface of some of life's greatest mysteries at this time, at present.
Yeah.
Because there's like wacko stacko shit that goes on throughout the entire world all the time, like paranormal events and shit, and they can't all be like fake. Like some of them got to be real,
Yeah.
So it's just like unexplainable events, like there's like shit that happens and it's like, yeah, like maybe that's all made up. I don't know. I wasn't there, but you always hear stories like some fucking kid in England in the 1600s gets knocked in the head or something, and then he wakes up and he's like talking about like coordinates and shit, like and talking about math and stuff that hasn't even been like invented yet, shit like that. They're like, yeah, he had a demon in him or whatever, but like he like knows shit from the future. The shit like that's been recorded in history.
Yeah.
And it's like that's crazy to think about, because I think we're just like three-dimensional beings, and the way we perceive time is linearly, and I feel like there's like a lot more to existence than just that. So all these other like forms of existence, they probably have their own like realms and dimensions that they live in or they can be perceived in, and we're just not like on that level yet,
Yeah.
basically. So in terms of like where we go when we die, or energy, like the human body, like when it's deceased, it weighs less than when it's alive, like a little bit less.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So like something leaves, and like people who have experienced death who describe it to others, like soldiers on the battlefield, they have all talked about how they can feel the energy of the person who, like, their friend gets shot, and they can feel the energy of the person like passing through them as they expire, and that's like a well documented like thing, like phenomenon. So I feel like there is some sort of like soul or energy like that lives in us that like moves out of our like shell, like once we make that transition.
Mm-hmm.
So where it goes, I have no idea, but
Yeah.
I feel like there's a fair amount of like, at least not evidence, but like clues that like point to that direction of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never really experienced anything like that myself, so
Yeah.
Who's to say?
Right.
Right. It's about what you believe. It's about faith.
Yeah. That's why I just say like I'm an agnostic, because like you really have no clue. Like that's what like being an agnostic means. Is like it means like without knowing is like literally what the word
I don't
means.
like calling myself an atheist because like atheists are kind of often associated with like douchebags. It's just I don't really want to be known as anything, but if I have to describe myself or my beliefs, it'd be like closest would be agnostic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like crazy to say that you know anything. Like, you know what I mean? About like the reality of the universe and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
We have no idea. It's crazy.
Yeah. What was that like that quote from Nietzsche? The one who does is the one who is.
What?
I don't know. I'm making shit up.
Should I go check on over? Maybe I should. Just like make sure I can see his face.
He's just like on his stomach. Can you see him breathe?
I can see him breathe, but I kind of want to go.
He's
make
fine.
sure I can see his like nose, because he's on his stomach and his head is turned, like his face is turned away from the camera.
Yeah, but he's breathing.
He's breathing.
I mean, yeah, go check on him.
I just want to read.
Yeah. I'll keep the podcast going. So guys, I hope you're having a good day. Hope everything's going your way and you're accomplishing your goals. That's important in life, to have goals and work hard to accomplish them. As you know, as I'm sure you know, we're just gonna do a quick like off the cuff reaction to some stuff on Twitter. This is the For You page on Twitter. So this is stuff Twitter thinks I may be interested in. Tucker Carlson is trending. Let's see. A guest on Tucker Carlson's Fox News show said attacks like the one on Club Q aren't going to stop until we end this evil agenda that is attacking children. What? No, wait. What are they talking about? Let your freak flag fly. Adults should do what they want. Just leave the kids out of it. I mean, that's a fair sentiment. I don't know what that has to do with the nightclub shooting. Until we end this evil agenda that is attacking children. Yeah, people do this with everything. It's like something horrible happens and then they find a way to like spin it to like back up their own like political belief that they want to like, highlight. And, good on them, but it's just kind of a sleazy tactic. Everyone's always got to rush to make it about like them. All right. Alyssa's back. How's the boy? I was just reacting to some stuff on Twitter. The old Twitter check on the pod. The new Knives Out is coming out apparently.
Oh wow.
I don't really have much interest in that, do you?
No.
I'm not gonna watch that. Man, Wakanda Forever, man. Oh, jeez.
What have we been watching?
I've been watching The White Lotus.
Mm-hmm.
That's been really good.
It has.
Yeah, and we've been watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah, we're like just about to finish season 2 of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I think we're gonna finish season 2 tonight.
I haven't seen Game of Thrones like all of the way through. I think I watched like up to season 3 or 4 with you
Yeah.
before, but I have literally like zero memory of it. Like there's like
Yeah.
a pretty big spoiler or like a pretty big like event that happens. Can we just spoil Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I think it's been out for a while.
Like when Ned dies, like at the end of season 1,
Yeah.
like or wait, no, it was something else. I think I knew that like Jon Snow is like a Targaryen and that like Ned just like lied and said that Jon was his son, like his bastard.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty sure I knew that before I started watching this, or like I like watched that part, or like you told me or something.
Okay.
And then like I saw that same spoiler like on TikTok or something, and I was like shocked. I like totally forgot.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're just like experiencing the show all over again, fresh.
Yeah, literally.
That's
like
great.
I can vaguely like remember like certain things, like, you know, but yeah, it's really like mostly fresh.
They should sell that as like a pill. Like I could take it and then like I could watch the Batman again and not remember watching it. Just to have that first time experience.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. I pay like probably $20 for one of those pills.
Yeah.
Because it's exciting to watch a movie, like a really good movie, for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's still good on rewatches, but like, you know, just being in the theater, like watching something unravel, it's fucking like you're on the edge of your seat, you know? Like that's what a good movie does.
It's like really loud.
Luna dropped her iPad, I think, probably. I don't know. We're downstairs and Luna's upstairs.
This is just like a constant thing, and we're like filming the podcast. We're like
Yeah.
worried about. She's supposed to be asleep.
Yeah, well, sometimes she like stays up for a while and like walks around and just like knocks toys over and shit. I think it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. The gates are closed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've got like 2 gates that she can't get through. But she started to learn how to like open doors.
Mm-hmm.
So she can actually get out of her room now if she really wants to. Like once we put her in there to sleep. She hasn't usually try to open the door like after we put her to bed.
Yeah.
It's not like she's up there like turning the knob or anything, so I don't think that's gonna be a problem, hopefully. But yeah, like she's like wandered into our bedroom like
It was
the
crazy.
other morning. Yeah.
I was not expecting that. We usually close her bedroom door at night so she can't escape it, and she just escaped it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get a lock like
Yeah.
that for the basement door so she can't like tumble down the stairs. That's like my greatest fear. That she'd like take a tumble down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna get like a lock from Home Depot and install it. I think it's just gonna be like I think I can just do like a chain lock, like a pie.
Mm-hmm.
That'd probably be the easiest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can lock you guys out, or lock you guys in. Yeah. Yeah, like well, I guess there's still the door down here. You could get out.
Yeah.
But like, if you're really bad, babe, I'll lock you in the basement.
What?
Yeah. Teach you a lesson. The dungeon.
Who's gonna take care of the kids?
I'm gonna sell all the Lego, and I'm gonna convert this place into a BDSM sex dungeon. And I'm gonna keep you down here. But it's gonna be chill. That's all gonna be like consensual. You're gonna be okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
It's gonna be like the Red Room from 50 Shades of Grey.
Mm-hmm.
Like do you see that movie?
That's another one that I saw, but I don't remember. I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. What's his name? Is it Jamie Dornan? The guy who plays him?
Yeah.
Plays Christian Grey.
Christian Grey.
Christian Grey. Anastasia Steele.
It's like so funny that.
Is that her name? Anastasia? I know it's like Anastasia something.
Yeah, something like that. It's like so funny that got converted into a movie.
Yeah. The movie wasn't really that good. It was okay.
I know. I remember I didn't really like the movie, or I wasn't that impressed. But yeah, it's so funny, like how this like porn book, like erotica, got turned into a movie.
Yeah, it did a lot of box office and rentals and stuff too. It did numbers.
Uh-huh.
So I think they made a couple sequels, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, The White Lotus is really good.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I don't know if I like this season better than the first one.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a little too early to tell. They're different animals. They're like different locations, different casts.
Yeah.
So there's things to like about each one. The music's hilarious.
It is.
Yeah, I love the music in the show. Both seasons have really good music. And they always shoot these like really beautiful locales.
Mm-hmm.
Like the last one was like Hawaii, and this one is Italy. And yeah, the only real connecting point is like the hotel itself.
And Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh yeah, and Jennifer Coolidge is in both seasons. She's just like a frequent like guest of that hotel.
Yeah.
So they have like, really ritzy 5-star hotels like all over the world, like the White Lotus or whatever, the company. And she just has like a membership or something and like goes
she's just
around
like
to
really
each one.
wealthy, so she just like travels.
She's just like the daughter of like an oil baron who
Mhm.
died and left her all his money. And she's like kind of a miserable like basket case, like
Mhm.
who just like always like on like a self-help like journey. Like it's hilarious, dude. She's great.
I know.
She's so funny.
I know, she really is.
She does this like 1,000-yard stare when you like characters will tell her information, and then she'll just like stare into like the distance, like past them, and then say something like completely like off the cuff, like she wasn't even like listening to them. She's like completely in her own head.
Yeah.
But she has like the power to kind of just like drop friends or like hire friends, or like she's just got so much money, like she kind of just gets away with like whatever bullshit. Like
Yeah, it's really funny. Like Haley Lou Richardson plays her like assistant in this season, and it's super funny. Like just her whole like interactions with like Haley Lou Richardson.
yeah,
Like, cause she's just so ridiculous and like.
Haley Lou Richardson, she doesn't really do anything as her assistant other than just like be there for her, like emotionally,
Yeah.
basically. But like the whole time she's in Italy, she like doesn't want her to like be around.
Yeah, that
But
was.
she's there still.
Yeah.
So she's like, like just stay in your room or whatever. It was like, it's just like so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's super funny. Yeah, Audrey Plaza's in this season.
Yeah, it's a big cast of characters. The first episode is crazy because you're just like getting like introduced to like all these characters.
Yeah, there's like 4 characters that Audrey Plaza is kind of like invested in or whatever. It's like her husband, and then another couple. And their whole situation is like really complex, and like all these like twists and turns keep happening with them.
Yeah. It's all like punctuated by the music too. It's so funny.
Uh-huh.
Like the show's like funny, you know what I mean? Like the way it's like written and filmed, but it's also like emotional and sincere.
Yeah, it is like it's funny how it just kind of tries to like capture kind of like the complexity of like people and stuff, and like how there's like layers to situations. And
I like how it's usually like, I don't know, like not that many actors that I really like that are like big actors or whatever. Like they don't like do like stunt casting. I feel like, I guess Aubrey Plaza is pretty big, but like in terms of like the first season, like I felt like I didn't know most of the cast, and they all like really impressed me. Like they just like probably found like good actors instead of like hiring some like big names or whatever. Yeah, like all the casting just seems like so perfect and like spot on. Like it was meant to like be this way. Like it just seems so like effortless, like the way that it's shot, and it's just a really like fun show to watch because it's so pretty and like it's just like just entertaining enough, like the stakes aren't like super high, but like
the stakes aren't high, but you really want to see like what's gonna happen.
It keeps you really interested, even though like if you describe the show like in the plot to people, I feel like it kind of sounds like mundane.
It sounds like just some like good drama.
Yeah,
but I mean it is a drama, but it's like a good one.
Yeah,
like
I'm really liking it. The first season was really good. And then we checked out some of Mike White's other shows and stuff
Mhm.
he's done, and everything I've seen from him has been funny and good and
Yeah,
thoughtful.
it follows like groups of people who are staying at the White Lotus, like this hotel in Italy. There's
Yeah.
like Americans there. Um yeah, mostly Americans like on vacation.
Yeah.
And then yeah, some of them have kind of like interconnecting stories,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah, definitely. They should get Mike Myers into season
There's
3.
a lot going on.
You know Mike Myers? He
No.
plays like Fat Bastard in like the Austin Power series.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the Austin Power series?
No.
Oh.
I like remember it, but I never watched them. Like I know what you're talking about.
I was like really into them when I was a kid. I don't know. They might be like cringe now. I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't seen them in a long time.
I think
They're like parodies of the James Bond movies,
Oh, okay.
basically. What were we gonna say?
I think I remember like that they were cringe.
Yeah.
Or like yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I think they're supposed to be.
There was like memes and stuff.
I'm gonna adjust your mic here so you can talk more into it. There you go. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, in the movie he plays like a lot of characters, like in different roles. He has makeup on. So he plays like 5 characters in the movie. The main guy, Mike Myers. So he could do that in the White Lotus. Like they could cast him as like 5 different characters and just like make him up different ways. It'd be sick.
I don't know about that. Sounds kind of lame, to be honest.
No?
No.
Okay. Fine. I'm just trying to, think of like some season 3 like stunt casting they could do.
What else are we watching? We decided to watch this show. I think we talked about it on one of our podcast episodes, like Brother B.
Oh yeah, Brother B.
We finished Brother B. The show's called A Friend of the Family on Peacock. But we like started watching that show because a guy from The White Lotus season 1 is like the main character of this like A Friend of the Family show. So we were like, oh, this guy's in it. We liked The White Lotus. Like, let's see what this is all about. And it's crazy. It's based on a true story. But yeah, we finished it. It was like 9 episodes.
It's weird when seasons are like 9 episodes. Like, why not 10?
Yeah.
It makes me like weirded out. Like the season's not done yet. But I guess the last one came out. I don't know. Maybe there's another episode. What do you think?
No, I think that's it.
Oh, okay.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That guy.
I think we talked about it in the podcast a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Last episode.
Yeah, we probably did. That guy always plays just like assholes, kind of.
Oh yeah, I hated him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forrest was like, I would literally like murder this guy.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that hard. He's like an idiot.
It was just so crazy, like how he was just like this crazy, like charismatic, like cult leader type that just got like all these people to like do his bidding.
He's such an asshole.
Like how? I guess people in like the 70s were just like really naive.
He just like preyed on like insecure people. I think that still happens. I don't think it's like a 70s thing.
Yeah.
Like basically like if someone's like insecure and like, you build them up and like give them confidence and like they see you as like confident, like fit, outgoing person, like everything that they're not. Like you basically just like can have them under your thumb. Like it's not that hard to find like desperate and lonely people. Sadly.
Mhm.
So psychopaths, like they know how to like just manipulate people perfectly.
Yeah, he was like literally a psychopath.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess like the real Robert Berchtold like killed himself.
Nice.
Like, but only like a really long time like went by. Like Jan was like a full grown like adult and like took him to court and stuff.
Nice.
And then he killed himself
Yeah.
like way later.
Yeah, that's fucked up. It's just so crazy how he like fucked the mom and the dad.
Yeah. and the daughter.
Yeah, he just had to fuck the whole family.
Uh-huh.
What an asshole. Yeah, because like the dad gave him like a little like secret gay hand job.
Yeah. And
Because he was like he was like under pressure, and like him and his wife weren't getting along. That was his excuse. He's like,
it
yeah,
was just so bizarre, like all the scenes with his wife. I feel like it kind of captured like just like how like crazy and like narcissistic like just how like the motivation isn't even like what you like think it is. Like they like say it's like one thing, but really it's like they just want to like wear you down and like break you down. Cuz it's cuz yeah, like his wife was like, I just want to make you happy, like I just want to do like whatever, you know, you want to do and just like please you or whatever. And then like would still just be like, "Oh yeah, like my wife, like she just doesn't satisfy me anymore," or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was like, yeah. And then when he like later on, like when he like fucked Jan, like he like literally takes her virginity, and like you think this is like really like building up to like, you think this is like what he like is building up to like this whole time, but then after he does it, he's just like cold to her and like isn't even like, you know, oh yeah, like you still like you're still in big trouble like with Zeta and Zethra or whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it's not even about like sex. Like it's like,
At a certain point, yeah, it's like about like emotional like torments.
yeah, exactly.
Like it's his bread and butter. It's like that's the real thing he gets off on, is just like the extended like long form torture of these people's like psyches. Like you can tell he like most people are like afraid of like confrontation, and they're afraid of like hurting other people, and they're afraid of like intimidating other people or scaring other people. This guy, like that's the stuff he like loves. That's the kind of like drama he lives and breathes. And other people just aren't like equipped. They don't have like the experience, the expertise, and how to deal in that heightened sense of atmosphere, that drama that he creates around himself. It's just like devastating.
Yeah.
It's like a tornado.
Yeah, he just like loves like drama and like strife. Like he just like, yeah, just like wants people.
He's a monster essentially.
Yeah, like especially like, yeah, like just like young like women like to feel like stressed out.
Yeah, he's like the boogeyman.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I hate him. But he's also like an idiot. Like if anyone just like handled the situation, you know, appropriately, then like he'd be like, you know, he'd be gone.
Yeah, that's why he's such like a cult leader, because like he had like, in order to get to Jan, like he has to get past her parents.
Yeah.
Like, and her parents
her
like
parents just sucked.
and both her parents fucked this guy.
That's what made the show like interesting, because like you could just have a show where it's like you have two really good parents and like their daughter gets abducted or whatever, and it's like, oh shit, like,
yeah,
that's not that interesting. You know, we've seen that story before.
He's just like insane, like massive, like manipulator,
but
like
yeah,
master manipulator.
The way how like the parents' marriage was already rocky to begin with, and like, you know, they were both insecure, and like he like preys on that. Yeah, it's like insane.
Yeah, like he would always like compliment the wife and be like, oh, like you're just like so beautiful, like I wish my wife were like you, like you're just amazing. And it's like there's no like real reason like why like his wife sucks so bad, and like, you know, this mom is like so much better.
He's always got to have
wife.
the upper hand. He's always got to put them down a little bit, or like keep them like vying for his acceptance and his attention.
Yeah,
like he always has to make it feel like he's doing them a favor by like interacting with them.
Yeah, like he feels so comfortable like putting his wife down, because like he already has her. Yeah, you know, he's like trying, like especially like in the beginning of the show, but then like he's trying to get a hold of like the Brobergs. Like he doesn't like really have them yet. You know what I mean? And so
it's
like,
so funny, after the father Broberg jerks him off in his car, he literally goes, "Oh, Broberg."
I guess like the real that like actually happened, apparently, according to
so embarrassing
to freaking like like Bob Broberg.
There's like a documentary that came out too. That's like an hour and a half on Peacock.
And
about the real thing.
didn't tell his wife about this situation until 2008, apparently.
Oh wow!
And
Took
this
him a long
happened
time.
in like the 1970s. Like
I thought it was the 80s. Was it really the 70s?
Yeah, it was the 70s.
Oh wow!
He held on to this like secret that he jerked off Robert Berchtold
He jerked him off good.
for so long because he was really embarrassed, and like especially back then, and especially in the Mormon community.
In the show,
it's, like,
I feel
homophobic.
like he told her earlier.
No, I don't even think he ever told her in the show.
No, like I'm pretty sure in the show it was like inferred, like she made some comment or suggestion that that's something that would have happened between them, and he like didn't deny it, or I don't know if it was explicitly stated, but like I'd have to rewatch the show again to be sure. But I thought I had the impression that like she knew, basically like something happened between them, or like because remember he was like threatening to like reveal information about Bob, and Bob like being gay for him. Like Marianne knew about that.
Yeah, maybe I don't remember. I just remember in that documentary of like the real life people talking about it. I think they said something that like she didn't know about it until like pretty recently, like in comparison.
Yeah, I'm sure they made changes for the show too. Like
Yeah.
they didn't stick to it 100% accurately. But
that was crazy.
yeah, that was crazy. I'm kind of glad it's over. Like, and it's just one season.
I'm glad it's over too, because like I really did want to know. Like I was really curious, like to watch it, but I was always just like thinking like, oh my god, like this is so crazy. Like I was just like pissed off because I just feel like the guy like the parents were just like so stupid.
They're like, it was a small town. It was the kind of place where you never locked your door, and you always said hi to your neighbor. The kids would run for miles and miles, and no one would ever look to see where they were.
Yeah, like that was basically like she was saying like, you know, my parents would just let me and my sisters just like
roam the town,
roam the streets,
go up to the grocery store and pick up mama a slice of bread.
Yeah,
you know, shit like that.
Yeah, and it's
the good old days.
It's like
yeah, like that's exactly how like.
But like the thing is like
get your kids abducted.
It's like other people around them like knew that the situation was like weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like for some reason like they like the Brobergs were just like in like especially stupid or something because like in the initial kidnapping. Or even like later on, like I don't know, like in the initial kidnapping, they were just kind of like acting like it wasn't that big a deal. Like they weren't like freaking the fuck out or anything. And the mom fucks him after he kidnapped her daughter.
That's the fucked up part.
Like it's not like she was sleeping with him and like it was this like she was cheating on her husband before.
He was like, yeah, I only abducted your daughter so I could get closer to you.
Yeah.
And she literally fell for it.
Yeah.
Like what? He was trying to marry her, remember?
Yeah.
So he took her to Mexico and he was trying to get like a marriage license done there. That guy's insane.
Yeah.
Like literally, like if that ever happened, like I would kill the guy. Like the guy would not be breathing anymore.
Yeah.
I would find a way to do it to where it wouldn't lead back to me.
And
it's the 1970s.
She's freaking like, and
it'd be easy to get away with murder.
She literally like fucked him, like after he kidnapped her kid.
Yeah. It's just the whole story was so fucked up.
And yeah, she really believed like that, like Jan Broberg, like the daughter, really believed in like Zeta and Zethra for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Like he had this girl under this like psychological torment for 5 years.
Yeah, it's stole her whole childhood basically.
Like from the time she was 11 to the time she was 16. She kind of like realized that it was fake when she was like around 16 because he said that she would have to get pregnant before her 16th birthday or like she'd be vaporized by these like gods. Like this guy was like, he created this entire like religion to like tell her.
It was really like well thought out and orchestrated.
Yeah, like really methodical.
Yeah.
And you know, then on her 16th birthday, she was like really stressed out because she wasn't pregnant yet.
She was like so stressed that she was like considering like killing her sister.
Yeah.
Because he basically said that, like, yeah, if you don't get pregnant by this certain date, then, like, they're going to take your sister instead. Because you'll be too old by
Yeah,
that
and her
point.
sister was younger than her, and like he was like, oh, like she might not survive having a baby.
And she was, like, under such torment this whole time that she was like, I don't want my sister to, like, go through this.
Yeah.
So she was just going to, like, kill her. But yeah, thankfully that didn't happen. It was, like, intense. It's a good show, I guess. I don't know. It was just kind of, like, sad and fucked up.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah,
I'm
because it's
glad
like
it's
based
over.
on like a true story.
Yeah. You're just like, oh my God. Yeah, it's just like shocking. Like the story's just like
Yeah,
shocking.
it just sounds like insane.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, Peacock did good with that. It was a good investment.
Yeah.
I don't know what else is on Peacock.
That guy doesn't play like as big of an asshole on The White Lotus.
Yeah.
He's just like this kind of like rich asshole guy, but he's like not like evil or like a psychopath or anything.
Yeah, right. I've been trying to think of like gifts for you for like Christmas. What do you think about like a Game of Thrones like Monopoly board or something, like a game, like a board game, but it's Game of Thrones?
That could be cool. I just don't know when I would ever play it.
We would play it like after the kids go to bed.
That could be fun.
We could be like competitive with each other. Maybe not Monopoly, but like, can you play like Clue, like Game of Thrones Clue? Do you need more than 2 people to play Clue?
I don't know.
Or like, I guess like a Game of Thrones like chess set would be cool. Some sort of board game, because it's a Game of Thrones,
Game of Thrones is such a good show.
It fits.
I'm sorry.
It fits perfectly if you're into that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Into board games. We should throw away all of Luna's toys and only get her puzzles and board games.
Who's your favorite character on Game of Thrones?
It's got to be Stannis.
Really?
Stannis Baratheon.
You're lying. That's like not true. Stannis' like plot is like my least favorite plot. Like,
come now, Ridley. For the night is dark and full of terrors. His like red woman.
no, who's like your actual favorite character?
The red woman. She's great.
Baby, literally every single time this like chick comes on the screen, Forrest is like, this fucking bitch. I hate her.
Yeah, no, I hate
She's
her.
disgusting.
She makes me want to fucking throw up, dude.
He hates this girl.
Stannis is like literally like getting his balls squeezed by her. She's
like
got a
this
grip around his balls.
crazy like occultist, like cult leader.
Yeah, I love like that story. Like Stannis is so funny because he's got no personality. Like that's what he's known for. Like when people talk about him, they're like, yeah, he's boring. Like in the show, it's so funny. So like he's just really basic, and kind of just like, no one really wants him to be king. It's the War of the Five Kings, dude. Who's gonna take the throne? Yeah, we just watched the episode. I forgot what it's called, but it was like the first big battle in the show. It was like season 2, episode 9, I think.
Yeah.
The one that
it was super funny. Like Cersei was getting all like drunk and like talking to Sansa.
It was a really good episode. Yeah.
My favorite. Okay, who's genuinely your favorite character?
I don't know, like who's like my favorite to watch like on screen.
Yeah, I don't know. I like a lot of the characters.
I like a lot of the characters. I like Jaime a lot.
Can you do your top 5?
Jaime Lannister.
Forrest loves Jaime Lannister. Like,
yeah,
he talks about him.
He's awesome.
He like every time he's like on the screen, like I don't know, like Forrest is just like super into it.
Yeah, I like Jaime. I like Tyrion a lot.
Yeah, Tyrion.
Tyrion's one of my faves for sure. I like Ser Jorah a lot. He's one of my faves.
Mm-hmm.
He's always like, easy now, Khaleesi. Like,
there's like a lot of just like total hunks in this show.
yeah, he's always just like giving her good advice and just like being a bro, just helping out. And
It
he's got like the hots for her, but he doesn't like push it. Like, it's like if she wants to fuck me, like she will, like, but I'm just here to help her out and be her knight or whatever.
it's so funny
He's chill.
whenever she's like kind of mean to him, I'm just like, what are you doing?
I know.
Like this guy is literally like your like angel like savior. Like
She like takes out her like emotional like rage on him. Like
you're
if
like
she's overwhelmed.
lucky to have this guy is like literally like the only person she has like in the entire world.
Yeah.
Like at this point, like after
No, yeah, like she's got like a few like Dothraki like hanging around.
like after her husband dies, like Khal Drogo.
Yeah.
Like like Jorah is like literally the only person she has. Like the whole like most of the Dothraki, like they literally kick her out. Like she's like they're on their own in like the desert.
Yeah.
And a few Dothraki come with her, and like like a lot of them are dead now.
Yeah.
At this point that we're at.
She's probably got like 3 or 4 like able-bodied men, and like the rest.
Does
are, like,
she
women.
even have that? Because like
they're like
they
walking
took her
around.
dragons and
They have like the special like kind of crescent shaped blades.
Yeah.
And they're like
like just so it's
there's
like
there's
whenever
a few of them
she's
left.
like mean to Jorah, I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he's also like hot. Like why don't you just like fuck him? Like why like stop being mad at him? Like
yeah. I know. It's so funny. Yeah, he's great. Ser Jorah, man. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like, oh yeah, Lady Catelyn Stark.
Oh yeah,
is
she's
also
good.
Really good. I like her.
I love like Brienne.
Her and
like,
Brienne.
I love like I just like love Brienne's just like a vibe. Like her just she's like just totally like loyal. Like she's so loyal. Like that's like her like defining characteristic.
And she's like a badass too.
Uh-huh.
Like she's like a total like bruiser.
Like she like Renly accepts her as like his knight, and when he dies she's just like devastated, and like the only other person there was Catelyn Stark, and so it's like she immediately like latches on to Catelyn, and she's like, I need to be someone's like knight.
Yeah.
And Catelyn like accepts her as her knight.
I know, that's emotional.
Yeah, that part gave me like chills. I don't know why.
Yeah, whenever like the characters like make like a declaration, like when all the Northmen started chanting like King of the North. And
that
they
was
all,
like one of my favorite
Robert,
scenes.
or not Robert, freaking Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Is his name Robert or?
No, I think it's just.
It's just Rob. Yeah, like 2 B's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob Stark. Yeah, that was like really emotional and like gives you like chills.
I definitely got chills.
People don't really do that anymore.
And then I got chills in like the scene when Khal Drogo was still alive. Like there's like the scene where he like, I think after someone like tried to kill Daenerys, he's like really pissed and like fired up, and like he has like all like the Dothrakis all like cheering him on or whatever, and he's like making all these like declarations like in like
oh yeah
in Dothraki.
He's talking about how he's gonna like take the Dothraki and sail over the narrow sea and take the Iron Throne.
Yeah, it was like after like it was like Daenerys like just finished eating this heart. I just like loved like Daenerys' like time like when she was like Khal Drogo's wife. I just feel like she totally just like just really assimilated into this culture.
Her brother wasn't expecting that, but she like thrives in the culture.
Yeah, she really thrived. Like and they like and she was pregnant with like Khal Drogo's baby, and they have this like tradition where if you're pregnant with like I guess like the next call, like you eat like a heart, like a horse's heart, and there's this like really like awesome scene where she like is like eats this like raw like horse heart, like, and like talks about how like her son is like gonna be the next like call or whatever. And then there's like so many great scenes. So like after that happens, like Khal comes out and he like has this like big, and I was thinking like, oh wow, like this is crazy. Like they learned this whole new language. Like like is it like is like the language really like thought out, or is it just kind of like gibberish? Like I wonder if like George R. Martin like actually has this like language.
That's a good question. Yeah, it might have been is probably most likely developed for the show.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, how the extent of how detailed it is. Yeah, I'd be interested to know that too. I know for like Avatar, like James Cameron's Avatar, he like hired like a linguist to like create an entire new language, and like they were paid like full time to like create a new language for the Navi,
Mm-hmm.
and so they worked on it for like a year and a half or something.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like some situation like that.
Yeah.
Has to have some like, you know, consistency, right?
The Dothraki are not like the kings of Westeros, Khaleesi. If he dies, they shall pluck that baby from your belly and toss it into the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
You're like, oh shit.
that whole scene, that whole thing was so crazy when like with like the witch lady.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, she pissed me off like so bad. I hated her. She was horrible. Like she's like so like freaking they take
Well,
this.
she was, her city was being raped and
Okay,
pillaged
I
by the
know,
Dothraki.
I know. But was that freaking like was that Khaleesi Daenerys like, you know, took her as her like I, you know, her like personal like healer
Well, yeah,
or
because like she
whatever.
heard that she like volunteered her services to the cow because he was like, you know, sick.
I don't know. I just feel like she didn't have to be like full. Like she like, killed like Daenerys' baby. Like that's like crazy.
Yeah, 'cause she was pissed at the Dothraki because they like murdered everyone in her village.
I know, but I just
You'd do the same thing.
would I do the same thing?
Yeah, like
Would I
if you're just
kill
like, if you're just like
someone's
living,
child?
you're just like living in a nice village and you're a healer there, and then like this group of like crazy men come in and like murder
Okay,
everyone.
okay, I get
and
it.
rape
I get
everybody,
it. She's yeah, she's a victim.
and then you get raped like 5 times.
Yeah, I understand, but
And
I
then
just
like
hated
the
her.
queen of like the Dothraki people who just killed you and raped you, or killed your all your people and raped you, like is like, yeah, like you can, like I'm actually good and you can survive, like, or whatever.
Okay, whose side are you on, babe? Are you on Daenerys'
Well,
side,
I'm
or
just
are
saying,
you on
you
this
know,
random
I'm not that mad at her.
witch's side?
It's like I get it. I'm not like, she doesn't piss me off or anything.
Yeah,
And Daenerys burned
I
her ass
guess.
alive anyway, so it doesn't really matter. She got smoked.
Yeah, honestly, Daenerys is crazy.
Yeah, Daenerys is like, you know,
She is like,
pretty nuts too.
yeah.
She's kind of like naive, which I like. Like she's kind of like stupid,
Mm-hmm.
but like, you know, she just got this like, I guess this presence about her. People kind of take her seriously.
Well, she's like
She's like the rightful
yeah,
heir, I suppose.
yeah,
Yeah, in terms of like the Targaryen dynasty.
yeah. Her brother died. That was crazy too. Like when her brother came in and just thought he was gonna like hold a sword to her stomach while she was pregnant.
Yeah, he like threatened her baby,
Like
right in front of Cal. Yeah, Cal was awesome. Like Jason Momoa, like he killed that role.
he did.
Yeah, he was great.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great performance from him. But yeah, I'm excited to like finish the season 2 episode
Mm-hmm.
tonight. But yeah, it's riveting stuff. You know, I haven't seen all these episodes for a while, so it's cool watching them again, picking up all
Yeah,
like
it's just
the
such a good show.
little
Like,
details.
Cersei's like just like a whole bitch.
She's a hot mess.
I don't know, like I used to just like completely hate like Cersei and Jamie, but like recently they've been giving me some good scenes
Yeah,
where I'm like, why do I like them?
yeah. She just got like permanent like bitch face because she's like always just like upset at her own existence.
Yeah.
She like everything's like a drag to her, and everything's just like she's just like a miserable person.
Not except for Jamie. She's into Jamie.
She likes Jamie. Yeah, she likes getting her pussy fucking torn asunder by Jamie's large brotherly cock.
Like Cersei is like literally unable to have like a healthy relationship with her like her two brothers. She either goes to like the extreme end of love where it's like lust and, you know, lets him fuck her and impregnate her.
Yeah,
And then she's really mean to her other brother, Tyrion.
I know.
And like says that like she literally blames him for like their mother's death. Like he was literally an infant.
Their dad blames him too.
That's crazy. And she's super mean about it. And
Yeah.
she literally takes she thinks that he's in love with like that one hooker. Like
Yeah,
the redheaded one. but it's actually another one that he's in love with. But she literally like takes this poor woman just because she thinks that Tyrion loves her, and kidnaps her and like holds her like
Has her
hostage.
like beat up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like Cersei, like, can you just be chill with your brothers? Like, is it literally like, why is it so hard for you to have just like a normal, healthy relationship with them? Like, you take it to the
Yeah, she's so toxic.
extremes.
Yeah. She's one of like the major like villains like of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets a haircut later on in the seasons. I'm gonna warn you.
I've seen pictures.
Yeah, it gets bad. Yeah, because she looks really pretty right now. Like she's got like the long hair. She's always doing like the smug bitch face, you know, like that's just her like natural look. But she's like gorgeous, you know, like Lena Headey is like really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
So like I mean everyone in the show is just like gorgeous, like all the people they cast are like hot and stuff. So that really helps. Like it's just like a pretty looking show too. Like the cinematography is like really, really good. I mean, it doesn't look like a TV show, I feel like. I don't know. Like it looks like a movie. I mean,
yeah.
It's a really like naturalistic like approach to shooting. Like the way it's shot isn't like overdone or highly stylized. Like it doesn't the filmmaking doesn't like call attention to itself like some things that like takes you out of it. It's very like point and shoot. I mean, there's good shots and there's creative direction, but it's like it's more about the editing. It's more about like the actors leading the performance because it's mostly, I mean, there's great locales and locations and sets and stuff, but it's mostly just two people or two or three people talking to each other like in various settings.
That's like a negative review someone gave about it. Remember?
Yeah, I saw a review.
And it was like it's just people talking
to each other.
It's like, are you just like not listening to what they're saying? Like,
I mean that's basically all shows, but some shows have more of an emphasis on like action or like the filmmaking, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Game of Thrones is like, I mean, they definitely like effectively build tension, and like we just saw the first battle they ever did on season 2, episode 9, where Stannis is trying to breach the Red Keep, and it was pretty epic, like the way they shot everything and it all came together. Because they didn't have enough money apparently for the first season to do any battles. That's why every time you see Rob on the battlefield, he's like about to go into battle, and then it like fades to black and like comes up and you just see like people like wounded and stuff.
Yeah, that whole Rob's whole thing is like so you just like know what Rob's gonna do, you know what I mean? Like Rob is just gonna
a total badass.
Yeah,
he's like a young version of his dad.
Yeah, he's gonna just do like the right thing. I guess like the one thing that he's done recently that was kind of like against like the grain was he married that girl that he wanted to marry. He didn't marry, like he was like promised to some other chick, but he was like, no, like I'm not marrying her. I'm marrying this woman.
Yeah. His mother warned him too. She's like, you have to honor your word. If you don't honor your word, like your men won't. You have to lead by example. And he's like, I don't care about that.
Well, yeah, it was such big.
I got such good pussy the other night. I have to marry her immediately. Like he knew her for like one day.
Yeah, I love that about him. He's just like super passionate.
It's so funny. Yeah, he is really passionate. Like kind of a dummy though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like he was a really good cast to be like Prince Charming.
Yeah.
Like in the live action Cinderella.
His jawline could fucking cut glass.
Like he's just like that, like just super like he just like looks like he'd be like romantic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like he is in the show. Like he's like a total just like romantic dude.
Yeah, he's really pretty but also like really masculine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he was in Eternals.
Really?
Yeah, I never saw that. But I was kind of interested in seeing him just because I like him.
And the whole freaking situation with like Theon is like so sad.
Oh yeah, Theon Greyjoy. Of the Iron Isles.
Theon's also like a dummy.
Yeah, he's pretty stupid.
I like how in this show like no one is like perfect. You know what I mean? Like everyone is like, if they're good, they're a dummy, or like they could be like bad and also a dummy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Ned Stark was probably my favorite character before he died.
But yeah, even
He was
he
awesome.
has kind of like he's just so good that he's like almost like dumb, like strategically.
Yeah, he's got
Like
like blind spots, like big blind
yeah.
spots, because he doesn't like think about things in the same way as these like snakes and weasels and stuff. Like they're all playing like 3D chess, and he's like really like way more simple than that. And yeah, it's really interesting like how the character personalities like clash.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, like when people have conversations, you're actually like interested in like what they say to each other. It's not
Yeah.
just like filler, like fluff dialogue, like Marvel characters, who just say random bullshit and then run to the next like CGI action scene. It's like a
Mhm.
real like show with like characters, and like this is how you do it, man. This is like fucking peak television, like art,
Yeah, like you
like
should
performance,
like I just
theater.
there should just be like you should like want to feel like really emotional and like high, like be really connected to the characters
Yeah,
and like
and the
really
music's
attached
good
to
too.
them.
There's not like a whole lot of music, but when they do incorporate certain themes, it really hits. You're
Mhm.
like, nice, dude. Like right when you want to hear like the character's theme or whatever, it'll come out like and like reinforce the ideas and stuff. It's like, yes, dude. That's what you want to see in a fucking in like scripted entertainment.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, just I'm interested. I'm interested to like rewatch like the last season, because like I've only seen it once, and obviously it got like a huge amount of backlash and people hate it and stuff. But
Yeah, I wonder what I'll think about that.
yeah, I'm interested to see what you'll think. I'm interested to see like how I'll feel like revisiting it,
Mhm.
because I remember like not being like that disappointed. I remember having like a good time like watching it all like end. Um, and there were some things that like I was disappointed by, but like, yeah, I don't want to get too much into it, because I don't want to spoil you or whatever. But like a lot of the people's like complaints about the ending, like I just had like problems with, or like I feel like they were like being unfair or something. Like a lot of like the common complaints about the ending. But maybe we'll talk about it more once we finish the series. We can give like a whole Game of Thrones retrospective.
Yeah, I'm really like committed to finishing the whole show.
Yeah, we've been steady doing at least one episode a night
Mhm.
for like the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're really on top of it, guys, over here on the Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's all the time we have for you guys today. And
Wow.
thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. We're back. We're back, baby.
Oh yeah, we left for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, we took a much needed vacay, but now we're hitting the pod once again. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.
Goodbye.